guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Pamela and this is Pamela World. If you are new here, you're welcome. If you're a return subscriber, thank you for coming back. I have with me today a special guest.
I never expected it.
And I'm gonna leave him to introduce himself.
Hi guys.
Hi.
My name is Kujo.
Oh.
Yeah. And I live in Tokyo. Welcome. Enjoy yourself in Pamela World.
Thank you, Kojo. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about part-time jobs in Tokyo and Hiroshima. And Kojo lives in Tokyo, as he rightly mentioned, and I live in Hiroshima. So I'm going to be telling you about part-time jobs here in Hiroshima, and he will talk about part-time jobs in Tokyo. First, we have the teaching job, the English teaching job. And for such jobs, depending on your work schedule, sometimes they are super flexible. You have the ones where you could work after your school hours, and there are some that they have fixed work hours, so you'd have to rather merge your schedule into theirs. Yes, and one thing I want to say about part-time job in Japan is that know yourself well, know your schedule. If you know that your schoolwork is very involving and you can't combine it with a part-time job, I would recommend you focus on your school. However, if you think you can combine, you're good to go. If you can't, don't let anyone force you.
You can't come and kill yourself.
You can't come and kill yourself. Oh, seriously, guys, if you know you can't, just focus on your schoolwork and get the best of grades. But if you're someone who is good at combining so many things, you can go for it.
Like she rightly said, if you can't combine it with your school, please don't do it. But in Tokyo, yes, there are a couple of English teaching jobs. Ones that you can do after school, ones that you do on weekends, and then maybe thanks or not thanks to Corona, online teaching jobs as well.
Okay.
So you may not necessarily have to meet the person, but you can do that from the comfort of your home. And yeah, the pay is good, you know.
So what are some of the requirements for
So
these
basically,
online?
you require a valid residence card,
Okay.
and then a valid working permit. And then you should also have a bank account, Japanese bank account, to have your monies paid in there.
Okay.
Yes. And then in some of the application processes, you may have to write an essay just to show your English proficiency. And there are times that you have to go through some interview sessions.
Oh, I see.
Either interview sessions or orientation sessions.
Okay.
Yeah, for English teaching programs in Tokyo.
Okay.
In Tokyo too, there are a couple of factory jobs.
Okay. We have those here too.
Yeah, notable ones like these courier services, packaging firms, and then and a couple of guys working there. It can be very hectic, you know, because usually, because of the schedule as a student, you work at night. It can go a long way to mess up your day, but if you're able to combine that with your studies, fine. But I wouldn't advise you to spend so much time on part-time job at the expense of your studies.
Yeah, I think especially if you are on a scholarship and you are receiving stipend, you don't need to do so much. You just need just a little.
Don't be greedy, you know.
To add up, yeah. So aside the English teaching and factory, which are the jobs you have?
So
in Hiroshima, we also have factory jobs. We have food companies, then we have packaging companies, like you mentioned. And for the factories, we have car companies as well. Yeah, so I think those are the main factory jobs here.
Yeah.
Is it the same for Tokyo?
Yeah, same. And then in Tokyo too, you can find some hotel attendant jobs as well. Yeah, I don't know for Hiroshima.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But I think the hotels don't pay very well compared to the other part-time jobs.
Guys, if you really want money, then you have to do English teaching or factory jobs.
The hotels don't pay very
don't pay
well.
much. Yeah. And then you don't spend so much hours because you go for at most 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
And then you're back. Yeah.
Okay.
But in most of these English teaching jobs, you spend like 6 to 8 hours.
Wow. In Hiroshima, the English teaching jobs have shorter hours. Like 2 hours, at most 3 hours.
You can find same in Tokyo, like 2 hours, 3 hours, dependent on which kind of English teaching job you apply for. Yeah, so there are ones that do take like your whole day, and there are some that take your evenings, maybe after 6 p.m. So you engage the person online from 6 to 9 p.m.
Okay.
and that should be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
And so aside the hotel jobs in Tokyo, you can also find some translation jobs as well.
Translation jobs.
Yeah, because you know Tokyo is a very cosmopolitan society.
Thank you. So you're trying to tell me Hiroshima is a village?
I haven't said that, but if you think so, so it is.
Okay, well, compared to Tokyo, I think Hiroshima is like a town.
Hiroshima is not a village, neither is it a town. The whole city on its own, just that it's too far from Tokyo, and so people don't want to come. I mean, you go past Kyoto, a very interesting place. You go past Osaka.
Thank you.
Ah man, and you come all the way to Hiroshima.
Yes.
That's so far. Well, that's probably you want to put it side by side with Okayama. Yes.
Well,
it will make sense. but a lot of people live in Tokyo, and so you are likely to find.
But Tokyo is crowded, though. I think
guys don't mind him. It's not crowded. We are all okay, right? Very, very much okay.
Okay, I think another job you'll find in Hiroshima is the convenience stores, but I think for the convenience stores, you need to speak some Japanese.
Yeah.
You would need to speak to their clients in Japanese, and it's the client's choice over yours. So they actually prefer people who have a higher level of JLPT. I think usually N3, N2, N1. If you have that, you can easily work in a convenience store. Like, they won't even think twice about employing you most of the time. Yeah, I think that's...
And I think the money is good, right?
Convenience store... It's just okay, I think.
Yeah, it's safer and it's easier, right?
I think among the jobs I've mentioned so far, convenience store and maybe English teaching are the easiest.
Oh, convenience is the easiest.
Is the easiest.
I mean, English teaching you'll be talking all day. Convenience store.
But the convenience store is no convenience store. You say irashaimase when they buy something. You will say. No, sorry, Maska. Like you speak all the Japanese, you know.
Yeah.
But I think compared to the factory jobs, convenience store is easy.
Factory jobs are deadly. They are deadly, yeah. I mean, you require a lot of strength.
Yeah, it takes...
And it drains a lot of energy.
Yeah, it drains your energy. So it drains your energy.
It makes combining that with school very difficult. Yeah.
But I think
it's surprising how some people have been able to do this over years. Yeah.
But I think combining either convenience store or English teaching with school is not as difficult as the factory jobs. Yeah. Because the factory jobs, like, it drains all your energy.
Yeah. The only advantage I think the factory jobs have over the English teaching jobs is that they're kind of more fixed. But the English teaching jobs, at times you can look at the money and say, like, oh, no. My school schedule clashes with this, and so I have to drop the English teaching job. Yeah.
And another thing with the factory jobs is job security.
Yeah.
Because even during the COVID, like, all these factories were still running, so you still have your job. They were not laying off most workers here in Hiroshima. I don't know about the other
prefectures. Same in Tokyo.
Yeah.
They were not laying them off. The only thing is that you were scared of getting COVID because a lot of people were kept
in the factory. Yeah. But I think for the English teaching jobs, COVID really affected them.
Yeah.
Most of them had to switch to online. Yeah, and those that could not switch had to like stop operating for a while. Yeah. So yeah, I think in terms of job security, even as a part-time, the factory jobs are better. And the factory jobs actually have paid leaves.
Sometimes, depending on the contract you have with them. But in Tokyo, most students have part-time contracts. So you do for 2 months and you go for 1 month break. Nobody pays for paid leave. I
think the factories in Hiroshima, they work 24/7. Most of them work 24/7. So they give paid leaves to the part-time. Imagine doing a part-time job and having a paid leave for it. Yeah. That's so cool.
That's so nice, man.
Yeah, so they have a paid leave, and it's not really on a contract basis for most of them. Like, you work throughout until you want to quit, or you have to take a break because of school, or you have to travel. Yeah, that's consistent. So cool. Yeah. Wow. And another job in Hiroshima would be newspaper delivery. You have people delivering newspapers early in the morning, very early, like as early as 4 a.m.
That's so nice.
Yeah. No, but it depends on a lot of things. You are paid, sometimes, depending on the company doing the delivery, you're either paid per hour or per the number of newspapers you're able to deliver. Okay. Yeah, so that's the difference. And one other job in Hiroshima is babysitting.
Ooh.
Do you guys have that in Tokyo?
We have babysitting in Tokyo. I mean, how many babies are in Hiroshima? And how many babies are in Tokyo? Yeah, we have babysitting in Tokyo. It's just that it's less for ladies.
Ah, I
Usually
see.
left for
Yeah,
ladies,
they usually
yeah.
prefer ladies.
Ladies, yeah.
And I think the babysitters
No guy goes to sit behind the baby.
but I think that the babysitters are paid well.
Yeah.
Very
and then
well.
dog walking.
Yeah, the dog walking too.
Yeah.
Dog walking.
Yeah.
But I don't know of any dog walking job here. It's only the babysitting.
Oh, okay.
So you have that in
so
Tokyo?
yeah, in Tokyo, yeah, there's dog walking, but
Oh.
usually you barely find international students engaging in that.
Okay.
It's mostly left for these old women.
Ah,
to
I
be there.
see.
And it's actually paid. It's a very well paid job.
Wow.
Yeah. I think you're paid on that. I mean, around 2,000.
2,000 yen per hour. That's almost $20. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah. But you walk.
Yeah, you walk, and then you have to make sure that you take very good care of the dog.
Yeah.
Because in Japan, I mean, if you're walking with your dog and then the car knocks the dog down, you are dead.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of things. Because even in Japan, they have insurance for pets.
Yeah, for pets. Yeah.
So if something happens to the pets, you have to
You'll
fill
be
a
held.
lot of documents.
You'll be held responsible.
Yeah.
And there's Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. Ooh, but you know, actually, I think in this part of town we don't have so much of Uber Eats.
Guys, do you now know why I say that?
No, but I think in the main city you have a lot of Uber delivery.
Yes, I live in a main city. I live in a main city.
Oh, and I think one other reason why you find those jobs more in the main cities is because that's where there are a lot of people who order food. You will find so many people ordering food.
That's why there's
here.
a lot of money,
And
very high standard of living.
Very high, yeah, Tokyo standard.
Yeah, she just reminded me. They don't have a better airport in there. And yeah, we have a better airport.
Seriously.
So yes, we have airport pickups, but those jobs are done occasionally, and it's dependent on who connects you with a pickup agency. It doesn't really pay much, and you don't really work for longer hours, and so it's not a part-time job you can really rely on. Like as compared to the English teaching jobs and other ones we've already mentioned. Yeah. So these are basically the.
And I think that for the universities, they have something they call the QTA. I don't know if you have it in Tokyo University, but in Hiroshima University, you have QTA, Qualified Teaching Assistants. So you help your supervisor with experiments, with practicals for undergraduates, and you are paid per hour. The university pays you.
Guys, don't mind her. It's not so much money. It's
it's not so much money.
It's like 30,000 at the end of the month.
No, it's not even 30,000. Because of the COVID, there have not been so many face-to-face practicals, so you don't get so much money from that.
But it can take care of your bills.
But in Tokyo, it can take care of your bills. But in Hiroshima, I don't think it can. Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.
Subscribe. Yes, please do subscribe. Yes, please.
That's all for today. Bye.
Bye.